podcast today.
Okay.
And with Jamie, it's been a while.
Yeah. Oliver, just to start, give us an idea of when you got into your bed this morning and just how weary you and all the players will be feeling today.
No, first of all, we're feeling great because we achieved our second goal in the season after winning the Community Shield, going into the group stage of the Conference League, and we did it. So we feel great. Yes, maybe a little bit tired. Had a little bit delay because there was a traffic jam on the way to the Oslo airport, and I went to bed a bit after 3 in the morning. But again, if you go to bed with a success, it's easier to get up because you know you will get up with a success and made it easier.
It's a nice problem to have, and from the moment Mark lifted that FA Cup until the moment the final whistle went last night, you didn't know which European competition you were even going to be in. Having that uncertainty now out the window, being able to focus on what your season is going to be, must be a relief.
Yes, absolutely. And this unclarity and because winning the FA Cup, you expect we are straight in the group stage and we can bring European football the whole autumn to Crystal Palace, to our fans. So this is how we started the season. Then all of a sudden there's uncertainty. We don't know. At the beginning it was also written maybe we are completely out of European football. Then it was okay. Is it Europa League or Conference League? And then honestly, I had to look. I thought, okay, if we are demoted to the Conference League, we started straight in the group stage. At the beginning, I didn't know that everybody has to play qualification in the Conference League, and then we got the final verdict, I think, 10 days before the first game, and then all of a sudden, you feel also this pressure. Hey, we have to qualify because we already were in. So we want to play this group stage. We want to give European football not just one game at Selhurst. We want to give it now at least for 3 more games at Selhurst and 3 away games to our fans, to the club, and it's a relief. Yes.
In your own words, the club have been passive in the transfer market so far. How busy are you expecting the final weekend to be? And just give us an idea of your frustration levels that you haven't kicked on when you could have.
Frustration maybe is the wrong word. We had a meeting, I don't know, in March, and we were, let's say, talking about the strategy for summer. And we knew that Eberechi can leave the club. So at the beginning it was not in our hands. So, but we knew, and we said, okay, we need to be prepared. We knew the situation about Mark, and we said, okay, we have to be prepared. We want to bring the players in at the beginning of the pre-season. So first of all, to be independent, what happens, to also be in a good situation of negotiating, and on the other side, and that's my part, is to integrate the players in a pre-season. Because now, and I looked at the schedule, we have, I think, until Christmas we have 1 week of training together, and now integrating, I don't know, 4 or 5 players. I think delays being successful. It's no excuse. It's just what we could see last year, and I think this is the missed opportunity not to bring in the players early enough, because the things that happened, honestly, we could expect that this will happen.
When you say 4 or 5 players, I know you can't give us any names, but can you tell us just how hard they're working behind the scenes, and whether there will definitely be faces coming through the door now?
Yes, I think they're sleeping less than we were sleeping. So, and but it's our fault. So it's usually when you're busy at the end, you miss some work at the beginning. So it's everywhere is the same. Mm-hmm. And we know we have to sign a few players. Also, it's the responsibility for Crystal Palace, and not for Oliver Glasner, for Crystal Palace. The responsibility to be competitive, in the Premier League, in the Conference League, and in all the cup competitions again. So I'm still confident that we will get the right players in. But again, without the pre-season, having played at least 5, maybe 6 games. And then we start, and we will start. We will give our best. We will work hard to integrate these players into the way we are playing, into the system, into the group. Yeah, I think the environment here is something special, and that's what we also are always looking for when we are looking for new players, that they fit to the group with their character. And let's see what will happen.
And when you say we knew the situation with Mark, are you 100% that come next Tuesday Mark Guéhi will still be a Crystal Palace player?
From my side, and it's Friday and the window closes on Monday, he has to.
Yeah.
He has to, because it's not possible, or I think it's not possible at the moment to find a Mark Guéhi replacement who can play straight in the Premier League, being a starter for Crystal Palace, being consistent. And when we see, I think, our foundation, or the foundation of the success we had in the last couple of months, and also the foundation of going into the group stage, is our defense. Yeah. So we conceded, we had 2 clean sheets against Fredrikstad. We had now 5 games played. We have 3 clean sheets. We conceded in just 1 goal in the Premier League. So this is our foundation. And Mark is a crucial part. He's the captain. He's an English international. He has the most Premier League experience in the whole back. And getting now the right replacement in, I think is almost impossible.
From your conversations with Mark, is he in the same place? Is he fully focused on, he hasn't had his eye turned by a possible move elsewhere, he wants to be here come Tuesday?
I think he shows it in every game that he's focused and again, I think it's if Mark had said at one moment, I want to leave Crystal Palace, the deal would have happened already weeks ago. So because of his situation, and it's nobody to blame for it. If a player has 1 more year left contract and gives the signal, I definitely want to leave, a deal will happen in every single club. Yeah. So Mark is fully committed to the team. He shows it every 3rd day at the moment, and he played every single minute, I think, in 5 games. And again, it's now with 3 days time, and it's not too easy to find the right centre back who can play in the back 3 like we are playing, with all the skills and you need in this position, and how we play. And that's why, from my point of view, we have to keep Mark.
Just one final question from me. It was your birthday yesterday. You got to bed at 3:30 this morning. You've got press conference today. Final bit of preparation tomorrow. Match on Sunday. How busy is your Monday going to be? Are you actually going to be here till the very minute the window closes as well, working hard?
Yes, we will come back, I think, late from Villa Park. So the game is Sunday 7 p.m. We go back by coach, so I don't know. We train in the afternoon with a very small group, so it looks like many of our players are called up for their national teams. So expecting having 4 or 5 players here next week, depending on the new signings. So, but also, looks like they are playing for their national teams. So we will train in the afternoon, and again, it's nothing. So my work is always defining the profile and the skills we have to add, and then it's our scouting department to find the right players for this, and then it's the job of our sporting department, of the lawyers and of our chairman to get the deals done. So I had many Zoom calls. I never had so many Zoom calls than I had this year, but with just 2 players at the moment. So now it's again getting the deals done. I don't have to talk to any player anymore. I don't have to convince a player to come to Crystal Palace. It's clear the players we want to sign. It's clear the players want to come, and now it's get it done.
Hopefully you can have a relaxing day on Tuesday and put your feet in.
Yeah, it's like last year, Monday, I think 5 p.m. the window closes. I think you can have a look in a pub in London. 6 p.m. I will sit somewhere, order a pint, and
Fantastic, I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That sounds pretty good. Oliver, good to see you. Happy birthday for yesterday.
Thank you.
Firstly, I'll ask you about the squad. How are the injuries looking ahead of Sunday? Have you had a chance to assess all of your players?
No, we just train afterwards. It's with a question mark with Will use. So we will see. We have to assess him the next 2 days if he is available for Villa. Players from yesterday looked very well. So Daichi, big credit to our fitness and medical department, and it's also to him, how hard he worked. The diagnosis was, or the prognosis was, 4 to 6 weeks. He could play 2.5 weeks after his injury. Was no bad reaction yesterday, and Chris' ankle was swollen before, so it was better afterwards. So it was good treatment. So looks like all the players who were available are available. I still hope we register a new one, so you will hear it not now, but hopefully in the afternoon. Who is available for Villa, and of course I hope that Will is doing well and also is available. That gives us a little bit more options, but nobody else will come back.
In terms of Aston Villa, you've faced them 5 times since taking charge of Crystal Palace. 4 of those have been wins. Some impressive results in there as well, a 5-0, a 4-1. A 3-0 as well. Do past results have any bearings on upcoming fixtures whatsoever, or is it a case of wipe the slate clean, forget about that, and focus on the task at hand?
No, we always focus on the actual situation, but it's the same manager, it's more or less the same team, so it will be the same structure of how they were playing. So we will, straight after the press conference, I will sit with my analysts, and then we will watch Aston Villa. But I don't expect something completely new, because Unai Emery is so successful and doing such a great job, not just at Villa, also in his former clubs, that he would stick to his principles. So we expect him playing more or less the same style. The players are the same, and I think we will trust what we did against them. But again, it's not just what we did; it's always how we do it. With the intensity, the desire, the awareness. Because it's pretty clear what they want to do, and if you are a little bit late, they punish you. So they have their traps, and then when you are late, they create space in the pockets, and then they have so great runners in behind, of intelligent players moving in the pocket. And then with Ollie Watkins, with Morgan Rogers, a lot of pace and runs with McGinn. Last time Tielemans played on the 10, I don't know if Guéhi will start for them. So many players, and they want to get them in possession in front of your defense, and then in front of your back line, and then really threatening with making their runs. So therefore we know, and every team knows how they want to play, but it's not so easy to deal with it. On the other side, we did very well, and this gives us confidence. If you have this proven a few times, and also at Villa Park, and not just at home. So there it was a 2-2 and a 2-1 last year. That shows in every single game against them we scored goals, and this gives us confidence that we are able to do it. So if you had lost 5 games and never scored a goal, and all of a sudden then you ask, so why, if we do the same, why we should score 2 or 3 this time? But if you always have scored at least 2, this gives you confidence, but that doesn't mean that this happens again. But preparation for me won't be that difficult, because Unai will play his style, and he's doing so well there, and I have a really big admiration of how he's playing with his teams.
Ismaila Sarr enjoys playing against Aston Villa. He scored 7 goals, 3 assists in there as well. How impressed have you been so far with him this season? And I guess the big question is this season the one where he almost steps up to become one of the star men, if not the star man of this Crystal Palace side?
I think he stepped up last year, in the big steps of Michael Olise, and he did so well in a different way. And I think the Villa game is how they play suits to his strengths. We could see also in Fredrikstad on AstroTurf yesterday. Maybe that's not where he can show his strengths. Very tight areas, quick passing with 1-2 touch. So he's a player who comes with his pace. He needs space for runs, and there, then he's really good, and he has this ability and this feeling for the right areas, for the space, and then of course he has the physicality to do it, and he has an amazing finish, and he has the confidence to score goals, and so I think he had his best season in his career last year, and I think he will have a better one this year as well, again, because he's now used to the way we are playing. At the beginning he struggled a little bit because he had no preseason, he wasn't allowed to train at Marseille, he had no games. Now he's in the rhythm, he's doing so well, and I'm pretty sure that he will have a good performance against Villa.
Just one more from me. We saw some great scenes last night of the away fans bouncing in the away end in Friedrichstadt. You mentioned the term before as well, saying that the environment is something special at the moment. Do you think almost the bond between the players, the manager and the fans is perhaps tighter than it's been since you've joined the club?
I think so. So I heard, it was just, be always briefed when you go somewhere. When I arrived, there was a little bit, let's say, the tension between fans and club, without comment from my side. And I think over these months, the bond got tighter and tighter. And you know, it's like in a relationship, a bond never can be tight just from one side. Yeah. So if the other side steps away, you never come close to each other. Yeah. So I think it was really from both sides, from players, club, staff, you know, making step to each other, yeah, and having this bond, and now feeling, hey, together we can achieve things we never thought we can achieve. Yeah. And so everybody knows this is is maybe the non-measurable foundation of our success. Yeah, is this bond, this support. And again, if you're just being a clinical football fan and watching yesterday's game, I think at halftime I would have switched to another channel. It was not the best entertainment, honestly. Yeah, 0-0, not many chances, but our fans were celebrating before the game, during the game, after the game. So they were enjoying. Yeah, they were supporting the team, and you know, it's no bad comment. Why you don't play better? Why you missed this chance? Why this? No. Hey, no. We appreciate. We could see again. You give 100%. Today, okay, it was not maybe the best performance, but we can see, hey, you, this group, you are the reason why we are here today. Yeah, and I think this is what the fans are appreciating, and of course the fans feel, the players feel this. And when I see Maxence Lacroix after the game, you know, it felt like we won the next trophy. Yeah, you know, this emotion, and the players really appreciate that the fans always stick to us and are always supporting us. And then it's, you know, this is the best thing you can have in a relationship. You know, when you have appreciation to each other, when you have a connection of trust and respect, then the relationship works quite well, and this is what we feel at the moment, and of course we hope that this continues for a long time.
Tell you what, there's not much to watch on TV on a Friday night, so I don't know what else we'd have switched over to.
It was Thursday. It was Thursday.
Oh,
Thursday.
Even less.
Yeah.
Hi Oliver, nice to meet you. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Oliver, if I can start off by asking you about Borna Sosa, the Croatian left back, joined in July 2025 this summer. Had a very productive spell at Stuttgart, over 105 appearances, played with Croatia in the World Cup and many European competitions and big tournaments as well. How important of a player is he going to be for Crystal Palace this year?
Yeah, we could see it now that we knew it for many months that we need a second left wing back. We had the last autumn we had just T. Mitchell, then we brought in Ben Chilwell because also T, you know, sometimes needs to rest. He played an excellent season for us. T. Mitchell is very reliable, and then, you know, the opportunity came up to sign Borna. I know him from Germany, and I think now it's getting him back into his best shape, yeah, because what was really outstanding. He had 120 games in the Bundesliga and 50 assists for a left fullback, and most of the time he played a fullback. and we were looking for also a more attacking left wing back. Yeah, with T, we know exactly he's one of the best defenders in the league. But also sometimes against the deep block, it's also maybe not his biggest strength, creating a lot of assists and being and scoring many goals. So then we're looking for a more attacking left wing back, and this is what we see in Borna. But he's on the way up, to get back to his best shape. He's working hard in training, and that's why he also played now against Fredrikstad. Deep blocks, we could see also I think he is not there where he has already been, but he is working very hard to get there again, and he is getting all our support that he will get there again. And I'm sure that we will see the best Borna Sosa, not within 2 or 3 weeks, but within a few couple of months, and that he will be a regular starter for the Croatian national team again.
I just want to follow up on Ismail Sarr, just in terms of his productivity and output. I suppose last year 8 goals in 38 appearances, 1 in 2 this year, and I suppose in his time in Watford in the Premier League, he scored over the 2 seasons 10 goals in 40 appearances. I'm just sort of wondering, with his talent and his flair, should he be reaching double figures in terms of goals? Is that something, a standard you've set for him in terms of? Obviously, he has the talents like Zaha, Balassi in the past, but should his goal output be higher?
It will be, I'm sure. When we see last season, and he didn't start at the beginning of the season for us because he was not ready. Again, no preseason, no game for months, and we needed to give him. It was needed to give him time to adjust to the way we are playing, to get fit, to get match fitness. And we could see at the beginning when he played 1 game, and this was I think at Villa in the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup. We had to rest him because his all the data were so high that we were worried about a muscle injury because he's so fast, and now it's not a problem playing every 3rd day anymore. So I think it will happen. I don't have to tell him that he sets a personal goal, or I tell him I expect 10, 12, 14 goals. I just think it will happen because how he's playing, how we are playing, it suits together, and he will get chances, he will get into situations where he scores, and he will do it. So I think he will have double goals at the end of the season.
If I can move on to Aston Villa at the weekend, I suppose when we look at Aston Villa, obviously the threat of Ollie Watkins running behind, but I just want to talk a bit about Morgan Rogers. He's elusive, he can play anywhere across the front line, he's versatile. How hard of a player is he to try and combat? Because he can switch wings, he can switch flanks, he can play off the striker, he can go in behind. And obviously he's at the hub of what Aston Villa do. He's the dynamism in their attack. How hard is it to curb a player that can pop up anywhere on that front line?
It's not just him, but it's always, when we defend and when we want to control the opposition's attack, it's not just that we're talking about one single player. We know where they will move, and also they can change it during the game. He can start in the middle, and then usually Une asks his, let's say, players behind Ollie Watkins to move in the pocket, and also this can change. When Leon Bailey played, he played always wide as a winger, therefore McGinn played inside, Lucas Digne went high. So we have to deal with these situations, and this is what we know. We know which areas we want to avoid, that Villa can pass into these areas. We know exactly which areas we give them, where they can have their possession, where they can pass. We know in which situations we want to start our press, and in which situations we want and have to stay patient, because this is their trap. So this is what we exactly know, and then is how we can transform it on the pitch, and then hopefully Morgan Rogers, Ollie Watkins don't get many balls in dangerous areas. That's all about how we defend. So not giving the other strikers, the other attackers, the ball in the dangerous areas. So if Morgan Rogers has the ball next to the corner, it's difficult for him to score. If he gets the ball on the penalty spot, it's easier.
And just one last one on Aston Villa before I move on. Just in terms of, I know every game in the Premier League is a hard game, But in terms of Aston Villa this summer, obviously restricting with financial fair play, there's Unai Emery and probably not being able to get the signings he wanted in the door as well. There's a bit of doom and gloom around there at the moment. Is that something you can capitalise on maybe?
If Unai is complaining, I think he didn't lose any starter, if I'm right. Is it right?
Jacob Ramsey left.
Yeah, but he was no starter, no regular starter. So he lost no starter. So we lost Eberechi. So who can complain?
Okay. And final question for me, just on the Europa Conference League draw, is going to take place later on there today. There's 2 Irish teams in that draw, Shamrock Rovers and Shelbourne as well. And there's high possibility that Crystal Palace could draw one of them in terms of that. So is that a great, the possibility of an Irish-English derby going to Tulka Road, Tulka Park in Dublin, going to Tallaght Stadium, almost have to feel like an FA Cup game, be bouncing, and is that something that you might be looking forward to, that sort of feeling Crystal Palace get?
Honestly, we spoke yesterday. I spoke to Paddy McCarthy, my assistant. He's Irish. He's also assistant of the Irish national team. And I said, I'm talking now for more than 1 year that you invite us to Dublin, but it never happened. So hopefully we get an Irish team, and with that I can go to Dublin then. Yeah. And the second is we hope, because there's an Austrian team in the Conference League as well, Rapid Vienna. So then also would be nice to go to Austria and playing them. So then we have the connection within the coaching staff, and yes, we hope that we get one. And again, otherwise, Paddy has to invite all of us to Dublin, because he's always praising Dublin. What a nice city, but yeah.
Short commute for a away game.
Short
travel.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.